so many times that I'm thankful for the opportunity to perhaps explain it so that the idiots who have continued to assume that I have broken my word would be clear. I said if he won the presidency, I'll leave Nigeria on exile. So let me clear that up. For him to have won, the people would have had to have voted for him. We didn't vote for him. He stole the presidency. Yakubu and INEC sold him the presidency. The presidency is not an expression of the people's will. It is an expression of the debauchery of INEC and the height of our judicial corruption. He did not win the presidency. If I had left, I would have been sanitizing and deodorizing a skunk. If nothing else, I rise and fall by my word. And when I said that I would live on exile if this man won, it was so that people will know that I do not believe Nigerians to be depraved enough to be possessed of the idiocy to vote somebody like him into power. And they did not. Anybody who prefers to delude themselves can continue to delude themselves, but Tinubu knows, INEC knows, the judiciary knows, and so do a lot of Nigerians, that Tinubu did not win the presidency. He stole it. So I'm not leaving because he did not win. It's that simple. That I'm still here is in rebuke of him. It actually cost me a lot more to stay here. It's not just the multiple level of danger that I face on a daily basis by remaining in Nigeria. Because if they will be planning my murder 3 years ago when they were not in power, one of his goons in Lagos State was the one sat at the head of the plot to kill me. They are the ones in power now. Ordinarily, I should run now. But I'm here. I am here because he did not win. He knows it. And every man and his dog in Lagos State knows it. He was beaten resoundingly in Lagos on the 25th of February. He couldn't even make 15% in Lagos. Segun Agbaje, the INEC commissioner in Lagos State, cannot produce the form EC8A for Lagos State up till today. I was the person who was charged by the Obi legal team to collect the election material from INEC. He could not, up until today, INEC in Lagos State cannot give us the form EC8A, which is the polling unit level result. Because they know he lost. He lost woefully. He was thoroughly rejected across the length and breadth of the state that he has held hostage. For 24 years as at that time, he lost. So how much more the other parts of Nigeria? Let them continue fooling themselves. He has snatched it, grabbed it, but he can't run with it. And that's why we are all in the mess that we are in today. So yeah, if he had won, if Nigerians had been foolish enough to have voted for him, I would have left. It wouldn't be because of him. It would be out of protest that I could be stuck with such evil people who would have found the grace to vote for somebody like him. But as I have said, they did not vote for him. They rejected him. He has forced himself on us. And we can't do much about that. But I'm not going to legitimize his stealing by leaving. He didn't win.
I was watching a video yesterday and I reposted a video on my channel where Seyi Tinubu was sending a video message of threat to a lady who said she was ashamed that Seyi Tinubu said that his father is the best governor, best president in Nigeria. Asking him, aren't you ashamed to say that? Seyi Tinubu, we did not, let me make it very clear, we never voted for you. It is the court of the land that said, we voted for your father. Ilé ẹjọ́ ló sọ pé a dìbò fún bàbá ẹ̀. Àwa ò dìbò fún ẹ. Ilé ẹjọ́ ò dẹ̀ sọ pé wọ́n la dìbò fún. For you to be using your position as the son of the president, threatening Nigerians for complaining that you claiming that your father is the best president ever in Nigeria is wrong. And you are now saying I will arrest you. Sheyi Tinubu, you are doing what no president's son has ever done in Nigeria. We've had great presidential children. But Babangida, as bad as he was, and one may Lord on us. Abacha, may his soul rest in peace. Oh, you understand? If it is not because of the people around him who made his government to be torturous for Nigerians, Abacha regime would have been the best in Nigeria. But his children never lord over us. We didn't vote for you. You are now using our own money, filling a position we did not put you into, to be threatening us. Well, anyone Nigeria, send your father's henchmen to come and arrest me and kill me. The only job that I have to do in this world, I have done and I have completed it. And I wait for my death every day. And that job is to raise my children to independence, that they will never be a calamity on themselves or on the society. And thank Olodumare, the God that gave us Ifa Oracle, the only truth among the terrestrials that we have in this world. I have done that. So to be scared of you and be afraid not to talk, I repeat myself, and that ilé ẹjọ́ did not say we voted for you. So for you to be using our money, our own forces, to be threatening us, your time will pass like the rest. And the story of your family treating us like piece of garbage that you throw away will remain. Remember, no story of any leader in this country has ever gone unwritten or unsaid. Every evil they do, even though they will come back in the future and try to rewrite history like Babangida, we will always remember. The children coming behind us will remember. Your own group, the troop that you are forming, because I saw you in a uniform, having a paramilitary organization, calling them the youth movement. You're creating something like the rapid force in Sudan. Listen. Àsìkò ní gbogbo nǹkan, àsìkò ní máa lọ. Àsìkò ẹ fún Doye Tinubu, your great grandmother, ó ti lọ. But the story remains today. She remains somebody in the history of Yoruba land that we will not forget. We classify her as an enemy of our land. She was banished from this land. Remember history. Remember history. When you take your own people for slavery, when you sell them for slavery just for your own personal gain, it will end up to backfire. Your time will come to pass. Like Barolodumare, Elaboruboye.
The rate people are condemning Bola Ahmed Tinubu leadership, like as if the leadership of Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not favoring some people. Let me tell you people, one thing you have to know about leadership in Nigeria. Leadership in Nigeria will not favor everybody. It will favor some people and it will not favor some people. Don't tell me that Bola Ahmed Tinubu leadership is not favoring some people. It's not favoring you doesn't mean that it is not favoring others. In this Tinubu regime, many people have built a house. Many people has buy a car. Many people will boastfully say that this Tinubu regime is the best regime so far since the history of leadership in Nigeria. That's one thing you have to know about leadership in Nigeria. It will never favor everybody. There are some people this Tinubu regime is favoring. There are some people that will say that Tinubu regime is the best regime so far in Nigeria. Many people have achieved a lot in this Tinubu regime. So if we are kicking against Tinubu regime, you should also remember that people are benefiting from this regime. So you will not be kicking against Tinubu regime and I come and tell you that Tinubu regime is the best regime so far I've ever had. Then you will not come and be bullying me online, trying to bring me down. You know, reporting my account. That's bullying. What you people did to Bella is pure bullying. He just came out and told you people his mind. Yes, despite that many people are not benefiting from Tinubu regime, it doesn't mean that others are not benefiting. Yes, you have to speak for yourself. Don't use because I sound like I'm supporting Tinubu, you are now tackling me. The regime is not favoring you. Doesn't mean there's no million people out there that Tinubu regime is not favoring. It's favoring a lot of people. A lot of people are making it in this regime. A lot of people are building houses, buying cars. Their business is booming. They are making a lot of money in this regime. They are doing exploit. If you people continue like this, you see this election coming, I will vote for Tinubu. Because I don't understand all this nonsense. I don't understand all this nonsense in Nigeria. Just because somebody came out and spoke his mind, the way it is in his heart, and you people are bullying him online, telling people to leave his account, you know, to unfollow him, to report his page, to report his TikTok account, so that, wait, you that is reporting Bella TikTok account, if they ban that TikTok account, you'll be happy, Abi, because he simply said that you people should not rant on social media, you should not rant on TikTok, you should go out and rant. If you really want to rant and make a change, you should go out there and protest. That's what other countries are doing. You people are now bringing his followers down, reporting his page, you know, reporting his page so that TikTok will ban his page. You see, I will start campaigning for Tinubu because of all this nonsense you people are doing on social media. I will start campaigning for Tinubu and I will vote for Tinubu come next election. If you people will not use your brain and think. It's not everybody that is suffering in Nigeria. You are suffering doesn't mean that others are suffering. You are complaining of this hardship doesn't mean that others are not enjoying. We have to start respecting each other differences. It is not must for me to believe what you believe. It's not must for me to vote for who you want me to vote for. It is not must. I have my own differences. I have my own belief. I have who I believe on. If I believe in Tinubu, doesn't mean that everybody will not come and be tackling me, telling me why do you have to believe in Tinubu. You are suffering in Tinubu regime doesn't mean that others are suffering. Some are enjoying.
I have been sick of this problem. I have been sick of this controversy over living wage or minimum wage. And I believe that something is seriously wrong with the heads of many of our leaders. How can anyone who earns 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, not to talk of people who earn 1 million, 2 million, how can they go to sleep in good conscience? every day. How can they go to sleep in good conscience and come out to sit down in a boardroom to discuss the sustainability or otherwise of paying 60,000 to the poorest of workers? How can we go to bed and sleep, all those who belong to the elite, who earn 2, 3, 4, 500,000, 1 million? How can you go to sleep in good conscience, I say, if you still have any conscience? How can you go to sleep in good conscience and come out to be debating? I hear people on TV, I watch people on TV, experts, economic experts, corporate executives, government officials, who are taking home more than $1 million in a month. And they are there arguing that 60,000 or over will destroy the economy, is not sustainable. How wicked! You give 60,000 to a poor worker, a poor worker who may have a family of 2 or 3 or 4, for his feeding, for his accommodation, for his house rent, for his medical care, for his children's school fees. How wicked! How blind! How can we do that? And we think that God will bless our country? We think that it is by bringing a new national anthem for God to bless our country? How can you commit this crime against humanity? For me, this is a crime against humanity. Because the poor people who cannot afford to buy gari, I'm not saying they will buy that they are to buy sardino. I'm saying buy gari, poor people who cannot buy gari. I'm not talking of meat or fish. Poor people are dying because they have no money to cure malaria. How can you go to sleep in good conscience? Those of us who belong to the elite, how can we go to sleep with good conscience and we are debating and we are discussing and we vote 500 million naira to meet and debate about paying 60,000 to the poor? My dear friends, I see this as a new form of apartheid. Nigeria is one of the most unequal societies in the entire world. A society where it's like the animal farm. A society where we have conspicuously rich people, people who are living in conspicuous consumption, and others who are in deplorable, dehumanizing poverty. If you have somebody in this country that takes home 1 million naira, I mean 1 million, I'm not talking of 30 million naira, 1 million naira in the month, and he can open his mouth to be part of a discussion about the poor getting 60,000 naira. I say anyone who earns up to 1 million naira in the month should keep his or her mouth shut when he hears them debating about taking 60,000 for the poor. More than 60 years after independence, we are running an apartheid society. This time it's not racial apartheid, it's economic apartheid. We are running an apartheid society of people of conspicuous consumption, flying in private jets around at government expense, people who are riding 4, 5, 6, 7 SUVs with pilot vehicles, chasing the poor out of the road, and poor people, you are debating, you are discussing, you are over 60,000 for the poor. You insult the poor by saying 30,000, and later you say 48,000, and now you say 60,000, and you pay more than 60,000, you come out with 62,000. You insult poor Nigerians. I say there is hardly any society I know that is as divided as the Nigerian society. And a society that is so divided is just sitting on a keg of gunpowder. I have warned here before that the revenge of the poor is at the corner. The revenge of the poor is at the corner. I am not calling for it, but it will happen as night follows the day. Because when you so reduce people, you reduce people to this dehumanizing level. Nature does not allow a situation of islands of affluence amidst a sea of poverty. Nature does not allow it. And let me warn those in the elite. Let me warn those in the tripartite committee of government. Let me warn that it is in the course of nature that when a predator continues to devour the very resources that the predator needs for his own sustenance, nature will take out the predator in order to have equilibrium, in order to have a measure of equilibrium. Nature is about balance, you know. All of nature is about balance. And human beings are part of nature. And Nigerians are part of nature. If the predator who needs the animals in the kingdom, it needs the animals in the book to survive, if it is recklessly devouring the very animals it needs for its own survival, if it is devouring it recklessly and senselessly, nature will step in and remove the predator so that there can be balance in the system, in the ecosystem. Let me warn that all those who are in government, I hear, I have not confirmed, that there are people taking home almost 30 million naira in a month. And you have the guts and you have the temerity to sit down, and your conscience allows you to sit down to discuss about 60,000 naira for poor worker for the whole month, and you are the one that has all the opportunities of Esther code and all kinds of perquisites of office. You sit down to discuss about 60,000, and that is all that the person will have in the month. You sit down to discuss this and come out and say, this is not sustainable. How is 30 million naira sustainable in that economy? How is it sustainable that the leader has 100 SUVs going with him to the airport? How is it sustainable? How is it sustainable that government leaders junket around the world? How is that sustainable? I say we are committing a crime against humanity. And if we do not repent and retrace our steps immediately, the revenge of the poor is at the corner. Do not hold me responsible, because while the devastation was on, I did not keep quiet. Do not hold me responsible, because while the madness was on, I did not sit on the fence. I kept on shouting that the revenge of the poor is at the corner unless we change our course. And if we do not change our course, we will end up where we are headed. And where we are headed is devastation, is destruction, is violent revolution. I rest my case.
Okay. Ever since Mahmoud Yakubu was there as an INEC chairman, he has never done anything good for our people. Yeah, we can just put on that, because ever since we saying he just did like sell mandate for them. That's when sell mandate give Buhari suffer us. And mandate can't come out, he can't sell and give Tinubu again. We know say this country that we are. This country now corruption and feed this food this country called Nigeria. If you get your money, you buy your mandate and you go rule Nigeria. And so Nigeria be. If not, the last presidential election, everyone know that okay is Peter Obi that won it. Everyone knows that it is Peter Obi that won the election, but they turned the vote upside down. The way they even do it. So even me, that is talking to you now, I'm still confused because of the way they take do the matter, the way they take do himself. Because all eyes were on INEC then. But the only thing that touched me, we say okay, Peter Obi did not was not serious then. I think okay, they're serious. All this people say they buy. You don't know if you work. You saying this serious, you say follow them up. For not to buy them, that's what you talk. But the next presidential election is coming. I think that one there's gonna be war. There's gonna be a war for that presidential election 2023, because nobody will allow them Bola Ahmed Tinubu to vote again, because these 2 years that he has ruled us, we have not benefited anything. Even as soon as see one guy say talk inside this video, they talk say some people are benefiting from Tinubu's government. Me, I don't think anyone is benefiting from this Tinubu government except those APC members. Those people they are in front, like those people will be okay employed. It's only those people that I can say okay they're benefiting. So if not, nobody's benefiting. And all these guys will say okay Tinubu, some people are benefiting from Tinubu's government. I think all these guys they are suffering too bad. I don't know the thing will be saying they go ahead of them. You know, how can a normal person come out and say okay many persons are benefiting from Tinubu government? Bro, sister, and my people, if you have anything let me say you want to talk concerning this matter, I beg make una drop am for inside comment section. And also if na today be your first time, make you like our video, make it share and make it subscribe. Thank you.